I'll just go over quick announcements. Have you looked at the announcements at all yet recently? Okay. So in our email, we're getting a personalized promo code with our name. So that'll be kind of fun to use and get out there. So between that and then day passes, that'll be kind of cool. So keep an eye out for that. I haven't gotten my code yet. This says yesterday, but it also might be in my spam. So I haven't really looked really hard. Did you get yours?
Got mine yesterday.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's just like, hold on, let me look. It's something super simple that they're all.
Yeah, I'm sure
I
it's
saw it on a call too. They're all the same, just like with your name instead.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just have to look. But those are in our emails. The monthly calendar from Beachbody is up. And then if you are a diamond and up, or you achieve diamond and have 3 of your personally sponsored coaches earn a minimum of 1 Success Club point in February, you will get the Team Dreaming Up Team Beachbody mug. So there's going to be a promo code for the 4-week gut protocol that comes out. Wait, I thought it didn't come out to like March 12th. Okay, so anyone that gets started from February 1st to March 11th will get 50% off the 4-week gut protocol when it comes out. Because I was like, wait, I could have sworn I just saw. So that's kind of nice. So that I think they do that because a lot of us are then like, oh, well, I think they'd like this. So let's just wait to enroll them. So instead of waiting to enroll them and then losing them, because most of the time, like, they're like, yeah, life happens, right? Like 2 days after, they're like, hell yeah, I'm in. That is why they do it. So 50% off. There's new nutrition stuff on Body. It sounds like they're going to be adding new stuff every month. The free day pass is out, which is literally just Body free pass. Job one in the news, early access. So that's still early access, still $20 off. And double points in January, which is over. If you're watching the recording and we're invited to Mexico, and you cancel for Success Club trip in April, March, and you canceled before they even sent out the cancellation thing. So they ended up sending out a thing stating like you can cancel due to COVID, just like they did last year, or you could keep going. I just received an email because I canceled ours, that they're giving from February 4th to the 11th. There's spots open from it, and they're willing to let you re-enroll and not have to repay the copay. So the one you paid like before that you lost, you are able to go still if you changed your mind again. So that's kind of cool. This world's so unpredictable. I can only imagine. I worry about like testing positive and being stuck in Mexico for 2 weeks because that's just not. If I didn't have kids, I would be hell yes. Like I don't give 2 shits. Leave me in Mexico for 2 weeks. But with toddlers, I don't really think that works well. So that's why I was like, but yeah, so that's another option. But what I wanted to talk about tonight is I put a little something together, and I hope it's helpful. So basically I have the guide to success that I like put up before, and that's more so like information based. And there are resources at the end, stuff like that. And I think that it's super helpful to have all those resources in one place. And I recommend having that on hand and printing it out. But I did also put together a packet. It's weird to call it a packet, but a PDF that is all like, it's like a workbook and it's set for a week at a time. So I'm going to pull it up, and I was just trying to like find a way to simplify like getting everything done and what areas to focus on and not overcomplicate it, but also just have it all in one place. So let's see. And I'm open to suggestions on adjusting anything. where we, or how we're feeling on it. So if you have anything to say about it, just unmute yourself. Okay, so weekly guide to moving your business forward. That's just a little ding. So of course the business activity tracker is on here. And then I have the social media plan. So it's a very basic version. No, you need to lay down. It's a very basic version. Obviously, I hope that you have gone through a more deeper version of like what's your life vision and your ideal avatar and your 5 things about you. So kind of that like getting started training that we did, as well as multiple calls. And like if you are stuck on it, I highly recommend watching the National Wake Up Call from Monday. It was very good and went very in depth, and it's definitely one that you're going to want to rewatch over and over again. But I have, that's fine. So first I have what are the categories you will talk about, share knowledge about, and represent on social media. So only one of those can be Beachbody. What else is on there? And get specific. Okay, yeah. Get specific. So not just mom, but like what kind of mom, because there's multiple different moms and they don't all get along. Okay. So I know that like I don't get along with those that like don't swear in front of their kids and don't yell and drown them in oils and organic food. Like, yeah, I use oils, but I also swear and cuss and my kids eat frozen chicken nuggets. So what kind of mom are you? Are you a hot mess, or are you like, I put together and look like freaking saint every day? Okay. So what kind of mom are you? Are you a dog mom? What kind of dog mom are you? X, Y, and Z. Like, do you love plants? There's some that like plants. Are you a reader? What, you can talk about books you're reading. Do you like to cook? All those things. We all have things about us, even though we seem really freaking boring. Okay. I live in sweatpants and I rarely look put together. It's hard to find something that's not boring about myself. Okay. I get it, but we have it and we have to find it, and it's going to help. Aubrey, you don't need to play with rice. You need to go lay down. Go lay down. When I'm done with this, I will come in. Next, what are you going to post each day during the week and month? And I think that everyone does this differently. So some people plan out the whole month. Some people plan out specific days. We've got everyone that's gonna watch this anytime soon. We've gone over this, but I really challenge you, if you're not consistent on social media, and even if you are and you're not seeing a good result from it, or you feel like you're throwing spaghetti at the wall, which is kind of how I've been feeling the last few months, where I'm like, I am not following my plan really. Like I need to reel it back in and just stay on track and think like, when I go to post this, what do I want from it? Do I want to make a sale? Do I want to make an impact? Do I want to get a follow? Do I want to just relate? Like what, when you go to make a post, what do you want that post to do to the reader, and what result do you want from it? And it's okay if sometimes it's just engagement. You need that engagement. You need that relatable content, but just have that call to action of like, if you're feeling similar, like drop a heart, drop this emoji or whatever. So I challenge you to write down 1 week at a time what you're going to post. And it doesn't have to be exactly word for word what you're going to post. It can be a recipe, just write recipe, or it can be something that you've struggled with and you've overcome, or something that you're currently struggling with and what you're doing to overcome that, or a before and after, and just kind of talk about a part of your story. I highly recommend making 2 of your posts, or well, 1 of your posts a week about your own personal journey as a challenger. We have many different aspects of it. So whether that be accountability, it results physically, results mentally, results feeling good in yourself, result, whatever you've seen from it. And 1 other post about coaching. So 2 days related to Beachbody. It can be a post, it can be a reel. I don't count that in your stories. So what I do is when I make a post, I correlate some type of something in my stories relating my post and kind of relate to it and like mention it. So like I talked about this in my post today, and I just kind of wanted to elaborate that X, Y, and Z is doing this and how I'm feeling, because then they also get to see your emotion, hear your emotion, feel your emotion, your excitement, like how you're feeling about it, and then they can correlate it. And when you talk about it, you're okay, honey. Can you just go lay down and I will come see you in a minute, okay? You're okay. You were both being sassy butts. Go lay down. But then just sit here and be quiet, okay? A lot of times too, I'll be like, I just made a post referring X, Y, and Z, like I'll read about it for more depth, but I just wanted to add, because then they're gonna be like, oh, I'm kind of intrigued, like I'm having similar issues, or I want to hear about that, and then they go to your post. So kind of double whammy it. But I highly recommend write out what you're gonna write, like post for that day, especially if you're not consistent. Oh shoot, you put something in the chat. Yeah, like just give your son that story, keeping it connected. Yeah, it's nice to just like have that flow. And it feels more natural that way when you're like, yeah, referring to my posts. All right, so next I have, so that's like your feed, your social media, a very broad social media plan. But even if you haven't gone in depth on the other things, this will help you get rolling on social media. Stories obviously are important, and I'm just going to turn it down slightly. So one I have, what will you share in your stories each day throughout the week? This does not have to be like on Monday, I'm only going to talk about this, and this. Stories are supposed to be natural throughout your day, but what are you willing to share in your stories? Like, are you going to share kid stuff? Are you going to share what you're eating? Are you going to have a dance, but you're going to share PD, or like your personal development? What are you going to share in your stories each day, like real and raw you? Just have that basic outline just written down. What are you going to share? Because this is also going to get you in a habit of, if you're not in the habit, which Rox, you do really well with this, but I know some people struggle where they're like, I'm out playing with my kids, or my kids just did something really funny. You're not in the habit to just like tell someone on a story, because it's not natural until you've done it for a while. Now it's just natural for people that have done it. But once you write it down, you're like, oh shoot, yeah, I should like add that to my story. Someone might think that's funny or relate or whatever. So write it down, like write down the things that you can share in your story. It doesn't have to be complicated. It could even be, if you're busy and you're running into work, right when you get to work, you share how you're feeling about going into work that day, and or an inspirational quote or something you look forward to for the day. And then at the end of your work day, share something that you enjoyed over the day, even though you were at work. Super simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Okay, I will come in there with lotion here. So next I have, what struggles are you currently working through or have worked through that you can talk about in your stories and posts. This is where rub it on. This is kind of where it comes into, we are here to solve problems. What solution do we have for them? Because that is what we are doing. We're not just selling a product. I can tell you, I don't want to be up. I mean, I have go-go juice right now. It's 9 o'clock. I don't want to be up working on coaching work after just because, for no reason, because I just want to sell a product. No, we are up because what? Yeah, we are up because we believe in it. We've gotten results. We've solved some of our own problems. And the problems that you're looking for to solve on other people are the problems that you had before you started this journey. Your avatar is your old you. Just like they said in the National Wake Up Call, who you're talking to is the old version of you. And I really like that simplicity of it. What problems did you have? Why did you start Beachbody? What has changed? And start sharing that more often, of like, I used to never wear a crop top, or I used to never wear just leggings and a sports bra. Or I used to never eat a piece of cake at a birthday party because I thought it would make me fat. Or I used to never go out to dinner and actually get what I wanted. I would get a salad because whatever. Like we all have different things that struggle, and we just need to talk about it because that's what other people are struggling with too. And that's what we have a solution to. And sometimes when people see where we're at right now, obviously they have that comparison game. So what struggles do you currently have, or have you had in the past, and what are you doing to work through them? And can you talk about that in your posting stories? So just write that down, a few of them, and it'll help you with your content. What else? Not right this second. We don't have crackers. Next is, in what ways can you serve your followers, your social media community? What topics will you share and serve on? And this can be both in your stories and in your feed. Tiny sip. You don't need go-go juice. You're supposed to be sleeping. This can be in your stories. I like doing this a lot more in my stories because I feel like it makes people read them more, but I obviously turn it into a feed post as well. Again, double whammy in content. But simple, like, can you share a recipe each day or once a week or twice a week? Can you share nutrition tips? Like if that's your thing, do you want to do hair tutorials, or do you want to, are you good at prepping food or kids activities or simple stuff, cleaning hacks, organization hacks, picking books to read? Like, I don't know. What do you enjoy doing, and what do you feel like you have knowledge on? You don't have to be an expert, but if you look confident and you look like you know what you're talking about, people are gonna be like, oh, okay. Like you could tell people to put go-go juice and wash your fucking table with it. If you looked confident, they'd be out there washing their table with go-go juice looking like a fool because it's just gonna stain it. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, show up with confidence, do something that, like, it's so simple, even down to like, how do you fill in your personal development throughout the day? It doesn't have to be something extra. And that's something a lot of people don't do because they're like, I don't have time to sit down and read a book. Guess what? Me either. But I have to do the fucking dishes. So if I'm going to have to do the dishes, I'm going to throw on a stupid 30-minute podcast and slightly try to enjoy myself. Like, just simple things like that. Like, what solutions do you have for these people? And you don't have to like make it up. It's things you do. Even down to like, okay, when I go to take a poop, I do a 4-minute breathing exercise. Okay, I have a panic attack because my kids are busting at the door. But someone might do like meditation on the toilet. I don't know. Like, just get it done. You have something. I promise you. I want you to do yours. Okay. So write down what you're going to do to serve these people, okay? Even if it is like bring comedy to their life because this world sucks. Like, do you have some freaking killer dad jokes? I don't know. People probably like some dad jokes. Be like, today I just want to make you laugh. Hold on.
Yeah. The new shotgun got a new choke. And I must say, I'm glad y'all recommended it.
So hard. It's hard.
Absolutely did.
All right, I think we're good, girlfriend.
Here, y'all. The reason why.
Thank you.
Hey, I do mine. It's so dumb.
Okay, do yours quick and then we're all done with that. Maybe just be like, today I want to bring you light because this world is dark, okay? And I want to tell you a dad joke. Do it in real, do it somewhere, I don't know, but you have something to serve these people with, okay? Next is taking the action. And this is the not so fun part, I know, but we're gonna make it fun. No, you can't bring this in your room. You don't need any more, honey.
No, and they're all done. They got here next week.
Okay, why don't you go lay down, baby girl? Go lay down. I will come in there and snuggle you when I'm done, okay?
No, it's a trap.
We don't have crackers. And I'm not going to the store right now to get crackers. All right, next is take the action. So one, what are you inviting to this week? I know that some people are like, I have nothing to invite to because there's not an official start date. Great, you have Level Up Lifestyle, you have bod groups, or make one. Make a group if you need to. All right, you need to go lay down and I will bring you some in a minute. Yes, I will bring you some. What are you inviting to that week? Is it going to be a bod group? Is it going to be something launching? Are you inviting to coaching? Because remember, you can invite to coaching. Are we going to host? I want to start hosting coach preview group, not groups, Groups are not, coach preview groups just aren't my thing. Okay. I suck miserably at them and I fully am aware of this. I've tried and I cannot. Okay. Maybe do this actually as a group, but like when we do it as an event page, you can't even pre-schedule the shit. So I just can't do it. I really enjoyed the happy hour like coaching opportunity that we did a very long time ago. I still use that video to this day, but I think that it shows like more emotion and it gets like the community, we get them on Zoom, and then we just have a link like, oh, you want to know what we're doing? Here's a 20-minute webinar, just listen to it. So I really want to start doing those like once a month. And if no one is going to get on that month, great, we'll do it next month. But I want to start doing the happy hour coaching opportunity. Yeah, it's super fun. And it's just like, come chat with us and you get to just hear our story and what it's about. And it's super chill. Like, great. You want to sign up right now? Great. You want to keep watching? Okay. Like, thanks for chatting with us. We'll have some laughs. You get to see our personality. It was a lot of fun when we did it. And it's been like 2 years, I swear, since we've done like an actual call. So I want to start doing those again. But what are you inviting to that week? Write it in the box and get to action. Okay. Then you can pick your invite. You're not searching for it. Like, even if you are like, this is what I'm inviting to this week, and then you select your invite for the week and save it, you're like, I don't even have to think about it. I just got to send these few invites a day and it's just done. Eliminate the overthinking. Next, who are you inviting to this week? Like, get specific. Like, example, moms who are struggling to prioritize themselves and are feeling the effects mentally and physically. Obviously, that is something that I am looking for. If you're not a mom, Jesus Christ. Okay, he's like a grandpa, man. So if you're not a mom, an example could be like someone working all hours of the day and is exhausted, feels like they don't even have time for themselves, and they don't have a family yet, or they do have a husband that they're never seeing and they feel like they're unfulfilled because all they're bringing in is a paycheck in the like bank account and they have nothing to feel or show for it because they're not happy with it. Or it could be something as simple as someone that just needs a positive community because it's really lacking right now, right? So pick something that or pick who you're inviting to, like not specific names, who, like what avatar are you going to invite to that week? And then you can use that to target your posts in your feed about that week. And then you can use that to target what your stories are talking about. So it all goes together. And then when you have like 3 people or 3 moms that are losing their mind, you can put them in a group chat and be like, yeah, we're all moms that are losing our absolutely ever-loving mind. Let's work out together. Let's read a book together. And then you create and build that community. So it's all like a build up effect. Next, where are you going to find these people that you are inviting? Just write down. I think that it helps writing down sometimes, especially when it's just not natural yet to find these people. They're already there. Watching your stories, post interactions, info group, family and friends. Don't forget that like you have these people that you're like, hey, I freaking love you. I'm starting a brand new program and I just need an accountability partner. You want to do it with me? Super chill. Nothing freaking weird. You can send birthday messages, etc. There's so many different places you can find these people to invite. Where are you going to find them? And just write it down. And if you're going to invite to all these different areas, that's fine. Write it down because it's going to become muscle memory. Next is staying close to the fire. And this one is a little touchy for me right now, friends, because I need fire. Anyway, this is the calls. There are daily action hours every day. They're phenomenal. There are always like at least like 30 to 90 coaches, I'd say, a day on those, and they have amazing tips. It's really cool to hear from different coaches and be guided through different things because we all do things different. That doesn't mean that one works, like one doesn't work, but one may work better for you and how you run things and how your personality is. So it's really cool to hear how other people do things and how they're seeing results and trying it out. If it doesn't work, great. You did it for 15 minutes. You didn't really like how it worked. You didn't get great results. You go, yeah, not going to do that again. I'm going to try something else. Super simple. Better than doing nothing at all, I promise. So Mondays is National Wake Up Call at 10 a.m. live on the 411 page. It's always recorded because I know some of you guys are at work or doesn't work out or have appointments or whatever, just watch the recording. It's super simple. It's always there. And then the Superstar Series calls are now on Mondays. I have finally gotten through that cluster fuckery of messness. It is on Mondays at 7 p.m. Central Time, and I will share the link because it's so weird. I don't know how they're doing it. I think they're trying to like feed out kinks of changing this over. I don't really know why it's that hard. But I will share the link. And I think what I'm going to start doing, if this would help you guys, would it help if I had these as events in the group page so that it just reminded you like ahead of time? Because like they gave me the lineup of coaches for the whole month. So I could like do that and like Team of Better Me ones, because I'll be able to look and be like, yeah, we're going to do an action hour that day and we'll have an actual call that day. So I think I'll just put events. We'll try it out for a week or two. And if everyone's like, yeah, hell no, let's not do this anymore, I'll be like, okay, I'm not going to schedule them anymore. I'll try on there. But that is Monday. So nothing currently on Tuesdays. Team Boom may have something on Tuesdays. They haven't solidified themselves, so it doesn't get solidified on my calendar because I can't rely on it. But what I can rely on is getting my butt on an action hour. So Tuesdays potentially up in there. I'll share. Wednesday, I've decided for right now to keep Team of Better Me calls at 8:30. Yes, the threes rule is super, I really like it. Actually, it's super nice because you just like get in the habit, you're like, boop, 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 done. So yeah, it's nice. And again, like it's super nice to, sometimes you need to hear it from someone else. And sometimes like there's so much that you never know even what you're hearing. And there's so much in calls that it's nice to just have that resource of these coaches that have seen great success sharing it. So the action hours are such a like awesome resource. I agree. So I'm keeping Wednesday calls for now. We'll see how we're going on those. Thursday is the Chase Your Butterflies call. Every first Thursday of the month is for people that are Emerald and above, Lifetime Emerald and above. They are welcome to get on. That link will be posted obviously every time. And then they moved, instead of every Thursday, then after that, like the next 3 Thursdays for diamonds, they moved to just the 3rd Thursday of the month. So diamonds and up are welcome on that one, just for a higher level of mentorship and stuff, because we're all at different areas of our business. So that's kind of nice. Saturday is Sip and Chat. Allie's link. She makes an event page in the Team Decide to Rise page, and will let us know if she's doing it that Saturday or not, and then with the link for that. It's the first Thursday already. Yeah, I will share it as soon as I get it. I think hold on, let me look. I think it's been the same length. I don't know. I think it's Ashley's. Let's see. I'm in the like group chat. Let's see. Why is this being so weird? When I like go to search my inbox, it doesn't like search, like if I click on like the name or like the group chat name, it shows me like messages within that group chat that have the same words. I'm like, no, I just want the damn chat. Got many of them. Okay, let me just check if it's been the same length. And if it has been, I'm just gonna add it, pin it in the group, and then I'll also do like the regular daily post that I have. Okay, so it's been 3629. Yeah, okay, it looks like it's been the same length, so I will pin that when I post the new. I think I have the coaching calendar solidified. I've been like working on it for like a week and just baffled, so we're just gonna freaking go with it. I will pin it when I post that after this. So I got some stuff coming for you guys. At the bottom of this, I want you to write down and schedule in your planner what calls you are committing to that week. I don't give a shit if you end up tired that night. You're going to get on the call because you committed to yourself. The biggest thing that we do to ourselves that hold us back is we tell ourselves we're going to do something and then we don't do it. We are the only one failing ourselves. If you tell yourself you're going to do something, you need to do it. If you tell yourself you're going to get up in the morning and move your body, but you wake up and hit snooze 10 times, No, you're gonna get up and move your body, like drink the water, move your body, do the things. So what calls are you committing to that week? And if you end up being like, hey, ended off getting off early, like I can actually make this call, but I didn't write it down. Obviously get on the freaking call, but write down what calls you're gonna get on. And that includes like action hours. If you want to and should be getting on at least like, I would say like 1 to 2 action hours a week, if not one a day. Obviously, I know that's a little excessive for some people that aren't doing this full time, but I would highly recommend 2 action hours a day. You can spend 2 hours in 7 days on an action call. It will move your business greatly. So write down what calls you're committing to that week, and then obviously, what are you doing for you? Which I feel like I should have put at the first hand, like up at top. But I feel like we kind of have it down on like what we're doing for us, and it's time to like do the business stuff. Like that's the sassy me coming out. Like, let's put this shit into place and like let's go together. Let's run. Let's do this. And this is a whole gut check for me too. Like, do not feel targeted because I had to like yell at myself too. Okay, so don't feel like I'm coming all up on you. I've been slacking too. Like, let's go. Let's get our shit together. We're gonna print this out and have it filled out. But what are you doing for you? What program plan are you committed to this week? Write it down and get it done. Obviously, shit happens if you end up injured or life happens, but life like wanting a little extra sleep or skipping it shouldn't happen if you're going to commit to it at the time being. Okay, what program plan are you committed to this week? What personal development are you committed to this week? Are you reading a specific book? Are you listening to a podcast? When are you doing that? I would say if you're going to write down podcast, I would write down a few different times you plan to listen to it, whether that be right away in the morning or again while you're doing dishes, because you know that has to happen. It can't be like laundry. I can't just put dishes off for 4 weeks. I wish I could. I would. Like I do my laundry. It's all sitting in my basement. I'm going to have to fold it because Tom has to pack. Hold on. When are you going to listen to it? And I would write down maybe like try maybe a new podcast. Obviously listen to your OGs like JL, but you can find a new one too. Are you going to find a new one? Oh, my computer's going nuts. Okay. What are your goals this week? It doesn't have to be anything extravagant, but what are you doing? I just saw your new comment. The binder. I know. I feel like it's helpful just having something like to write down and solidify. I don't know. We have so many resources. I think it actually overcomplicates it sometimes. And then what resources, supplements, groups will you utilize this week? So are you going to be drinking Energize? Are you going to be drinking Shakeology? Are you going to be utilizing BOD? Are you going to do Body? Are you going to be checking in the groups? Are you going to use BOD groups, checking Level Up Lifestyle? Because again, for some of this isn't habit. Just be like, oh yeah, I need to check into Level Up Lifestyle, even though the posts don't show up on your feed, which is dumb because you have the notifications turned on. Anyway, Facebook, get your shit together. But write it down. Again, it's not habit, but writing it down and intentionally doing it will make that habit where you're like, I don't know if I even checked in. And you're like, oh yeah, I did. That's right. When I was pooping. Okay. Like get it done. Write it down. And then this is just kind of, I pulled this from the other resource guide, but this has the February posting guide on it, which I will post in the group. Actually, I already posted in the Team of Better Me, the February posting like ideas. It can be very helpful. If you're like, I just have no freaking clue what to do today. There you go. You have a whole calendar. You could even follow this whole thing. If that's what you want your social media plan to be like, I'm just going to do what this calendar says and post each day. Go for it. That's why it's there. It's made from coaches that are seeing success. Okay. And then there's just the links that y'all should have anyway, but I was nice and gave it to you again. So this is that. I will get that in the group, obviously, so that we can print it off and get it done. Other thing. So last month, January, they did, Andrea and Team Boom did a coach like sharing opportunity thing with like giveaways. She stopped after 2 weeks you know, of course, I finished the next 2 weeks, didn't get my prize, but you know what I won? I won coaching opportunities, talking about it in my stories, right? Okay, that's the important part. But I want to run one this month. And I think I'm gonna open it up to like Team Boom as well. Just to be like, hey, get on this spreadsheet and I'm gonna give away some gift cards because that's my love language. Like I want to celebrate people doing things. So I created a calendar and it's very similar to the last one because no one's going to be like, hey, 4 weeks ago on Tuesday, you already talked about why coaching helps you. So, okay. So this is what it looks like for February. Each day, I gave some breaks on the weekends. Okay. Don't you fret. So each day just has a topic to talk about in your stories or your feed about coaching. Super freaking simple, right? It doesn't even have to be 4 slides, or it could just be like a screenshot of like, I shared this and I'm so thankful for coaching to allow me to have to make myself a number 1 priority, or I would have skipped today, ate my feelings in a bucket of ice cream, and then slept on the bathroom floor. Okay. Like it doesn't have to be that dramatic. I don't know why I'm so dramatic tonight. Go-go juice is kicking in. But it just has a topic, super simple. And then I'm going to have a Google spreadsheet that you just put an X by your name. And then I will have a board and then we'll do a weekly giveaway. What? Why? So just sit right here for Mama. So I am doing that. Keep an eye out for this. It should be up tonight. If the spring didn't ever goes to bed. Yeah, you're yawning. See, you're tired. You're so tired. Oh. Okay. So that is something going down, and I'm going to have anyone that wants to get down with it, put their name in the Google Docs. I think, yeah, simplest way. So this is coming super simple, but coaching is obviously something we kind of sometimes lack like talking about because we're like, I don't really know what to say about it. So we can do that. And what you talk about is what you attract. So obviously you're not going to be recruiting other working coaches if you're not talking, oh my gosh, about the business. So that is that. What else? Yeah. Do you agree with what Mom said? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. So again, if you sound confident, they think you know what you're talking about. All right. Next, 2. So also, sorry, honey, on the business activity tracker, they talk about shouting out other like coaches and challengers and stuff like that.
I'm going to
And-
meet right and make a heart of paper.
Yes, you can use this. You can use this here. You can try and draw a heart. There you go. Sometimes it's hard. We're like, I don't have challengers yet, or I don't have challengers that are doing anything right now, or I don't have working coaches to shout out. Huge tip is you can utilize our bod groups. So especially like the 60-day challenge one right now, where there's over 6,000 people checking in each day, you can screenshot like the text. So obviously I wouldn't post pictures without permission, and I scribble out if they're not someone of mine that I have permission to share, like results, whatever, or how they're feeling that day from the workout. Scribble out their little like picture with the draw feature on stories. And you could be like, some of our challengers in the group today said this about our workout, like so freaking proud of them, or X, Y, and Z, something along those lines. You can still shout people out even if they're not directly yours. I don't like this whole like you're mine thing. But you know what I'm trying to say, okay? So you can utilize those bod groups and the groups, or even if there's a comment like in Level Up Lifestyle of like, I did this program and I freaking loved it, and then that's a program you plan to start down the road. You can be like, this is what people said when they did the program last. Or you could even be like, I plan to start Insanity. Has anyone done it, and how did you feel about it? And then you could be like, okay, so I asked for feedback from a few people that did this program before in our health and wellness community, and this is what they said. I'm so freaking stoked. Like, let's freaking go. Do you want to feel confidence? Do you want to feel stronger? And all this stuff. Yeah, and that's the thing too, like who's getting on the gym, who's getting on calls, all these things. So don't overcomplicate these things. We overcomplicate so much in this business and it's so easy to do. But this 60 days of body group is going to be huge because there's so many people in there that we can use their words to be like, this is how people are feeling about these live classes or having such amazing community, or this post today is what got me up and made me move my body. So that is just like a little tip I had, and I feel like I had something else. I have literally like 50,000 lists here, so wow, don't mind me. I'm trying to be organized. I just challenged you to coach talk in February, so I can cross this off this to-do list that's been there for 4 days. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's all I got for you. Yeah. That's that. Okay, I want to stop recording for a second.